Chinese stocks were down overnight, so everybody panic. Binge TV watching is entering a new phase. Everybody panic. And Google is finding new ways to separate you from your money. Now everyone really panic. Okay, check your wallet. The Money Master is here, editor for the Financial Intelligence Report. Jeff Yastine joins us on MidPoint. He is not going to panic in the least when he tells us that there really was just a little bit of a downslide on the Dow Jones today, right?
Yeah, no panic at all today. The Dow lost 37 points. We had the NASDAQ lose 9, and the S&P 500, I think, lost around 2 points. So kind of a back-and-forth day. Really no particular headlines attached to it, no Fed announcements, no speeches, no real earnings reports. The most I can point to is Goldman Sachs upgrading Ralph Lauren stock as well as the shares of Western Digital, and those two were in the top 5 among the S&P 500 companies that had gains today.
Okay, now let's panic. Chinese stocks down 6.5%. My goodness, Jeff, the entire world begins to shake, and I hear everybody saying, buy, man, buy. We're not going to panic like that, are we, Jeff?
You know, there's a big debate going on, obviously, about China. You know, that market, which is now connected through the Hong Kong and the Shanghai exchanges, is like the Wild West. There's a lot of money to be made buying stocks in that market, but as we've seen overnight, there's a lot of money to be lost as well. I have a stock in the portfolio of the newsletter, that I always see, the Financial Intelligence Report, that's a Chinese airline stock, China Eastern Airlines. That's done very well, and there's fundamental reasons behind it. But like you see, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not the blue chip stocks that we're used to.
All right, now here's the Google news. First of all, they are going to put a buy button to its search results immediately. Then late today, out comes news, and I'm just catching it now. They're going to have a new feature that basically is a layer that hovers above any app running on your phone or your tablet activated with a home button. That means all the searches will now come through Google. These two are huge announcements money-wise.
It could be. The thing about Google is they're in some ways struggling for relevancy here because they've really been usurped by the likes of Facebook and the use of apps, which means most of us don't have to search for things nearly as much as we used to on Google as well. You can just tap the app and go direct to whatever it is you're looking for. So like in the case of the buy button, that is something that is helpful, but for most of us, you start seeing the buy button next to your search results, and after a while, it kind of turns into wallpaper. It's like, yeah, you want to click on it, but for most of us, you recognize you're not a monkey. You're not going to just sit there and click on it like you're going to get a pellet coming out of a chute or something like that. It's
still doing it. You can have it, but it's still got to retain some relevancy here, and people still have to want to use it. So
how much money really is that going to generate, especially for a company the size of Google, and its shares are down 10% from roughly a year ago? And the same thing for this the other thing you were describing. It's helpful, but how far is really going to go to make a dent in their revenue? I don't think it's going to do much.
30 seconds. NBC is going to put all 13 episodes of their new series Aquarius up to look on binge watching for a limited time. This is big news because it's a major over-the-air network.
It is, and it's something that I think we're going to see more networks do, and they're just basically borrowing from what we've all gotten used to doing with Netflix. The question is it going to really work? Is it going to add, or could it perhaps destroy that sort of collective thing that we all go through every week when we watch these series as a nation, as opposed to watching it all at one time, especially for something like this series that nobody really has seen yet, although it's gotten good reviews.
I'm looking forward to it. Oh, by the way, you can also look forward to checking out what happens at Newsmax.com. See how I made that transition? Please don't get all choked up, Jeff. Everything's okay. We're going to be all right. Newsmax.com, the finance tab. That's where Jeff and the crew will bring you everything. Jeff, thanks a lot for joining us. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Ed.
All right, buddy. An organization with a massive grant to fight skin cancer. Next on MidPoint.